funny because later on in life, I mean, I'm not talking about when I'm a kid, but later on, one of my mantras, Craig, has been, I stand on a mountain of no's to get to a yes. Like that is just a mantra that I've kept because I have dealt with so much challenges.
Can you say that one more time?
Stand on a mountain of no's, N-O, to get to one yes. And so I have dealt with a lot of resistance and a lot of challenges that have built resilience in me. And it didn't happen naturally. I'm naturally an introvert. I'm naturally someone who is not as confident as people perceive me to be. I wasn't born that way, but it was through the things that I had to go through, the challenges that I had to face. Which one should I pick? I think one of the first ones was when I was in my first day going to school. My family is from the Midwest. I grew up in North Carolina, so I call myself a Southern girl. That's where I grew up. But where I first entered school, my dad was getting his degree, and we were living in Indiana. And my first day getting on the bus as a kindergartner, I was so excited to go to school, and nobody, Craig, would let me sit down. We were in Bloomington, Indiana. None of the kids would let me sit down. I'd go to each little in the each place to sit.
See,
They would put their foot up. They would stop me. And the bus driver had to pull the bus over and say, let her sit down because my sister and I were the only Black children in the whole school. And so my neighbor called us colored kids. Like we had that kind of environment and experience. And so I, I learned very early that I was going to have to own my value. I was going to have to own my voice. And that was one of the most formative moments that I recall where I was not accepted. And my mother taught me to say, you need to tell them you should sit down and your name is Melissa. It's not colored kid. And so at that early age, your confidence kind of gets snatched. And so those moments, one of many, right, through the course of life, going to college, getting your first job, getting fired, all those things, like you've got life that's happening. But I think that was a formative moment where I realized like have a voice and I'm going to use my voice, but resilience was going to be like in the cards no matter what.
wow.